What's up, YouTube? So if you've been following my channel, you know I got my exhaust system in. Just got to get some time to put it in. I figured I'd make a video kind of for myself there, kind of show you how things look. So these are going to be your exhaust headers. Also, don't touch this. My engine's cool now. You can burn yourself really bad touching those exhaust headers if your engine's hot. So these are the players there, and actually one of these is really hard to get to, and I can't remember which one it is. It's this one. And the reason why that's hard to get to, this bottom one, oop, am I focusing there? Is because the socket will hit this pipe, and that's probably a bad design on this header here. So you can't really get a socket in there. I've got a solution for that. If I can break that free, I can probably, it's gonna be tight, but I think I got these are 10, they look like 10 millimeters. They might be 12s. But I got a box in wrench that ratchets, so I can probably get that one that way. But the rest of them are all pretty accessible. Yeah, it's just, this is going to be the hard one to get out. So, anyways, the exhaust goes down, and we'll go down. Whoops, go down and show you the rest of this here. So, oh, I should have showed you the O2 sensor, but it's not a big deal. I don't know if you can see it from this. Oh, there it is. So there's an O2 sensor right there. We got to disconnect that, and this bolt's on here. There's a three-way bolt set up, and then we follow our exhaust pipe down here. And here's something that I talked to a professional exhaust guy who I see every once in a while, and he said that, you know, a lot of those Honda guys, they buy those kits off the eBay like I did, and he said and they bolt the whole thing together solidly, and you should really use those springs because it gives it flex. So when your engine torques, if you ever watch your engine, maybe I'll do it sometime, you rev your engine, if you got a lot of horsepower, it'll actually rock on the what do they call those, the motor mounts. And so if you don't have any play, you're putting all that pressure back there. Here, I'll show you, back on those, and you know, you could be relieving it right here. So that's something I'm going to look into. Hopefully I can apply those spring bolts or something like that on my setup. But this is a little bit for me, because if we go back here, I'll show you the exhaust. So you get the down header, and then it goes in this pipe here, and then I'm going to call that resonator. I don't know what the heck you call it. Right down there. And I've seen that part, and if we go, whoops, let me back up. I lost myself on the camera here. There we go. It's probably getting all blurry on you. Sorry about that. But it goes there. See, the pipe goes back. It's probably not showing up very good. Let me get a little bit lower. There, see the pipe bend right there? And it goes back, and then bends back and goes over the, looks like the back, I'll call that a control arm, I don't know what you call that. And I'm going to get a back shot for you. Whoops. And we'll look at the back end of that and see what we're dealing with back there. So I'm going to pause the video here. Okay, I should have checked this out before I do this, because I don't know if I can even get to there. But that's your final tailpipe. So I'm going to have to get down on the ground down here. So, and this is your muffler. So that's just a short little guy right there. And that's the back end of that deal right there. Hopefully that's coming on up. I'll kind of swing the camera here. And that goes over that bottom, what I'm calling a control arm. I don't know what that's called. But one last thing, I'm going to go back up to the front because I forgot to show you the second O2 sensor. I'll be right back. So picking up and going in on the front of the vehicle. Go down here, and there's that second O2 sensor on mine. My test pipe's most likely going to go right there, and then I'll probably have that second O2 sensor if I put it in right there. I kind of want to switch to a P28 ECU, which will get rid of that second O2 sensor altogether. But I'll probably go stock O2 as stock ECU till I get things done. I'm actually rebuilding another engine for this car, so I'm upgrading. Here, I'll show you that real quick. Let me get it back out of here. So this is a D16Y7, and you can spot them really easy because they got the air intakes coming up the top. There's a couple cool ideas I've had with this. It'd be kind of fun to put kind of like a traditional I don't know how, Ford American, you know, the dish air filter on there. That might look kind of neat. It'd also be kind of cool. You're a really good spot where if you want, you could probably put a hole in the top of your hood and this hood's kind of shot. You can't really see it. See the glue? If you ever see this, the glue separated there, so the hood's not attached to this, and so you get flex in there, and the flex really comes from the top. If you like push down here, you can really see it, but this is actually supposed to be glued on up there, and it's not. Anyway, so I wouldn't mind. It'd be kind of cool to cut out and make a hood scoop and some kind of air filter deal that goes straight into here. That's one option. I haven't seen anybody do that. It'd be kind of a neat trick for a D16Y7. But anyways, when I upgraded my Y8, I'll get a little bit more horsepower. And that one has the intake that sits off the side, just like all the other Hondas do. And so when I do that upgrade, I'll probably stick with the stock ECU just to get everything, you know, tuned up and working right. And then when I'm happy with everything running right, then I'll start doing some upgrades, like put in a P28. And again, that should get rid of my second O2 sensor altogether, because it's a ODB1 ECU. And then I'll have to start learning how to use Chrome and stuff like that. But and I'll probably just put a base map that somebody's already figured out for using a D16Y8 with a P28 ECU. I'm sure there's a ROM out there already, and I could probably just flash my chip to that, and it should work. Anyhow, if not, I could look up the specs for maps, try to get the fuel maps and everything for a Y8, and just load that information into the P28 ECU. I don't know, and if you don't know what that is, let me show you real quick. Oh darn, it's locked. Let me go around. So when I'm saying P28, there's your ECU down there. Most people don't have it hanging out like that. That's basically your computer. So I'll switch that from a stock, that's a Y7 ECU. I'll put a Y8 ECU in, and then when I get it all running, I'll switch that out and put a P28, which will allow me to program easier. I'll have to use a wiring harness to go to that, because this is ODB2 engine, and I'm going to use the ODB1 ECU. Anyways, I thought I'd make that, again, this video is a little bit for me so I can see how the exhaust lays out, and try to get some measurements before I actually tackle the job. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, hit like, and if you subscribe, you'll see more when they come out, as I release these videos. And again, thank you for watching.